Hi guys, it's Corinne Pierce, and we're going to do a little bit of chair mobility. This is a really nice before bed thing. This is a really nice office break. Anytime you need a little bit of movement and you want it to be in a pretty supportive way. So we're going to start standing up. We're going to put our hands onto the seat of the chair and walk your feet out so that you're in the same position in your body as you would be if you were on all fours. All right? So from here, you're going to take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to round your spine up toward the ceiling, tucking your tail, dropping your head. Your knees are staying soft. We're not locking the knees out. We're keeping them a little bit bent. As you inhale, you're going to reverse. Open the collarbones, look up, tailbone goes up, belly drops. Exhale, round it. Inhale, take it in the opposite. Little cat-cow. We're going to do this 5 times. This is number 3. And you can always go a little faster or slower to stay with your breath. Exhaling in this position. Inhaling in this position one more time. Exhale. And inhale. All right, now you're going to walk your hands up to the back of the chair. You want to be making a box. The back of the chair, your back, and your legs making a box, roughly, right? And you're just going to sink, let your chest sink. Your knees are staying soft. You should feel a nice stretch through the shoulders, maybe the hamstring a little bit. I'm just going to hang out here and breathe for a few breaths. Now, if you found that this was a little too intense for your shoulders, you can always drop your hands down to the chair and do it here. That would be totally fine. But that shoulder stretch feels really good to me. So we're hanging out here. Another breath. If you dropped your arms down, you're going to take them back up to the top because we're going to do a little rotation here. So I'm going to release my left hand and I'm going to reach it diagonally down and a little bit across. So I'm rotating the rib cage, all of this, and trying to turn to the side without letting my hips shift as well. My hips are staying straight back. And then I'm going to bring it back up and go the other direction. Just a little reach through and rotation, hips staying nice and square. Reach. I'm getting a nice little hamstring stretch through all of this too. One more time each side, reaching across. And across. Good. From here, you're going to go ahead and drop your hands down and we're going to go ahead and come on down onto your knees. And we're going to go into a little child's pose. You're going to walk your knees back far enough so that you can sit back onto your heels and your arms will be nice and straight. And then you're just going to let, again, it's that same extra shoulder stretch. It feels really good and it reverses some of the curves that we make when we sit down all day. So my toes are together, but my knees are open, so I have some space for my body. Again, if the shoulders are too intense, you're just going to go ahead and come down to the floor. All right? No big deal. If you like that extra intensity, you're going to hang out here. Just some nice breaths. And then you will release your hands to the floor. Take a second here. And then bring your hands back towards your knees and press yourself up. We're going to come back forward to the chair. You're going to come into a lunge position, tucking the back toe. The chair is there for balance. You're going to squeeze your glute. Think about pulling this hip bone, this little bony hip bone, up toward the ceiling a little bit. And then you're going to think about your pelvis being a bowl full of water and you're just shifting it straight forward. So you get this nice stretch for this leg and you've got the support of the chair so that you're not having to use your muscles to hold yourself up. But if you get to a point where your knee could go forward more, you just push the chair a little bit. But keeping that pelvis nice and upright. Sitting nice and tall. And bringing it back, taking it to the other side. So tucking that back toe, squeezing that back glute, lifting this little hip bone up toward the ceiling, and then sinking forward, shifting the chair if you need to. All right, pelvis stays upright so you don't drip any water out. All right, and then you're gonna come back and we're gonna close with a little restorative pose that I really like. A little 90-90 pose. So you're gonna come down on your side, as close to the chair as you can get, and then you flip your legs up onto the chair. So your whole lower leg is supported by the chair, and the arms are by your side. If you notice that you're still rounded forward like this, you might then just gently tuck your shoulder blades underneath you so you get an open chest. And then let your arms either rest by your side, on your belly. You can do a little goalpost arm thing if that feels good to you, whatever feels nice. And we're just gonna breathe and pay attention, that's all. Right? So you can close your eyes, keep them open, whichever makes you feel more comfortable. And then you're gonna inhale through your nose. And let's exhale through the nose too. So all nasal breathing here. So as you inhale, notice the feeling of the breath going through your nose, through the throat, into the chest, feeling the expansion of the ribs, not just to the front, but to the sides. And then as you exhale, feeling it reverse. So you can think about that a few breaths, just noticing how it feels to breathe. And then you can put your focus a little bit lower and notice what happens below your diaphragm, right? In the abdomen, as you inhale, feel that expansion. Feel how your organs shift slightly to make the space for your lungs to fill up. You might even notice your pelvic floor, like what's happening in your deep pelvic floor. And check in there and see, are you kind of hanging on a little bit in your pelvic floor? If you are, just see if you can let it go. Think about letting your pelvis get nice and wide. Think about letting these sits bones separate and make a lot of space in your pelvis. So inhale, exhale. We're going to take 2 more breaths. And you can, of course, stay here longer if you like this. There's no limit to how long you could stay here. But most of us have a day to get back to. So to get back out of it, we're just going to flip the knees over and then maybe make a little pillow for your head with your arm and take a second here. So a lot of people just want to pop back up and jump into their day. But if you take a break like this during your day and you slowly ease out of it, you can take some of that nervous system calm with you into your work. And that's pretty powerful sometimes. So don't rush back to work. Slowly ease your way back up and go finish getting your work done. Have a great day, guys.